What's going on, guys? Jurassic here. Today we're back to the altars. Alright, so we have Jan the Czech working inside the enriched metals. We have the scientists working inside the scientist areas. We should have our mining drill that we crafted at the end of last episode. So I believe it is time. Alright, so we follow the pylons. That should be the quickest way over back to where we were. Now, I'm guessing we're going to break the rocks, then we'll be able to like go around, push the other side of the rocks, and then push forward. Alright, so this, we have a drill. Do I get to keep it? Huh. Alright, well that's pretty cool. Destroying a rock wall to clear the path uses up one drill charge. You can craft them in the workshop. Apparently it is a rubidium. Rubidium deep deposit. Ooh. Now we're going to have to tell the base that we're rich. We expect them to send billionaires out to save us. Well, assuming that we can actually find this deposit. Aha! I'm guessing HQ is going to want to hear about that.
Okay. This is not good.
Oh yeah, home sweet home.
We are surrounded. Damn it. So much for plan B.
Develop a new plan. Well, good thing is we have Jan the scientist, so we're just going to relay everything to him, and he's clearly going to be the smart one to tell us what to do. Travel pylon is a useful structure for exploring terrain far from the base. When built, it's a fast travel point as well as a So technically that mining colony that we got rid of, we could place it down right there. And then theoretically we should be able to come back over to this zone without having any like complications. Now it is 1500, so we are running a little bit low on time. So that's at least powered back online. We can fast travel back to the base from there. Well, we know for one, we have the rubidium. We're getting plenty of metals, so we could probably like swap the base around to a little bit more of an ideal situation. Because right now it's kind of cramped and we have like very random placement of everything. So having like a more refined approach to it would make sense. We're definitely going to need more core charges to be able to break through things. Looks like we're going to need at least like 3, maybe 4 drills. Or drill charges rather. I'm guessing this is going to require a pickaxe. We are slowly getting it from the rich deposit that we're mining from anyways, and worst case scenario, we just slap it back on the organics. Or we build 2 new drills. That would be another thing that could work. Now we can fast travel. Alright, so develop a new plan. Well, start off with, we need charges. Drill charge. Let's get 4 of these. We'll slap a climbing pick on there. I don't think it would hurt to have that. I'm going to craft up all these. That way we'll be able to progress. Everybody else seems to be doing their own thing, so we don't necessarily need them to move things around for us. We can do it ourselves. We will take a little bit of a negative penalty since we're going into the nighttime, but we're inside the base, so we should be fine. Gotta prove our worth to the crew here. Day 11. The sun is still far away. Alright, so we have our charges, we have our pickaxe. We should be able to teleport over to our pylon. So we want to build 2 more outposts. mean, if anything, one more outpost would be good. And I think we have plenty of metals for it. Might be a little bit of a waste, but this will also grant us a fast travel point. Plus, I mean, it'll give us a whole nother altar, so that's another good thing. So let's go in and just travel around. Plus, we already have the power like most of the way routed to it, so we'll be fine. Then our deal has to be all the way up top here. Yeah, I'm guessing we're going to need at least one, so we can just place this dude here. It doesn't really matter where. This dude, mining outpost, and then we can slap this guy onto you. Now we have a rubidium farm. He's not going to let us climb. Oh, wait, what? Yeah, so we're not going to be able to climb that since we don't have time for that. So let's see. We have a rock here that we can blow up. I think this is just going to be a fast travel point though, so that's just going to allow us to come back to the base a little bit quicker. Get a little bit of free rubidium as well. Played around some with the base and I couldn't find like a good layout yet. I think we're just going to have to get to the point to where we research to have a bigger area, and then we'll go from there to expand it. All right, 1600, we have enough time that I think I'm going to go ahead and just push the day a little bit longer, blow the rock up around the corner here, and then we'll fast travel back. That way we don't have to waste a whole nother day doing that again. Go and blow it up!
This? It's triggering the alert in my suit. I need to learn more about this thing.
Avoid anomalies. Huh. Well, I mean, it's a good thing we got the rubidium going. Hey. You would think the scientist would be the one to know it. So it'd be like a whole different guy then? Wait, are you not connected to the thing? Well, now it's connected. Alright, so let's head back to the base, possibly check our altars? I mean, I feel like the scientist would be the one who would know most about it, right? How are you settling in?
So, how are you? Settling in all right? Settling in is overrated. I analyze reality from wherever I am, however uncomfortable the angle. There's always an observation to be made. I'd love to hear what you managed to observe. This place is not run optimally.
Don't worry, I've got this. I'm just following Allied Corps protocol. Can you teach me how to run it better?
Yeah, I know. I wasn't trained to command a mission. But now that you're here, with your experience, I'd love to pick your brain. Do you think you could mentor me? Good thinking. First of all, you need to set long-term goals and draw up a roadmap for each of them. Remember to include all unpredictable variables in the equation. That way you can have contingency plans at the ready for each instance. All right, slow down. Prioritize resources. Do not waste time on idle conversations with the crew. Hide the booze. Don't be cheap on coffee. That slow enough for you?
Team building is important. Idle conversation like this one.
Hey, you've just crossed out every team building exercise on my list. The people are there for the mission, not the other way around. Truth is, I really wish we could make use of the tech I worked on for all these Imaginary ears. It would make things so much easier if it existed.
Understand how you feel, just focus on your work here and now. What was your research about?
So what exactly was your research about? Nanotech in space exploration. We went from a humble startup to making headlines in a few months. Taking our solutions to the front line was my dream come true. The data we could bring back.
Sounds like an elusive dream. You had big plans for it.
You had big plans for it. Well, now it's all gone.
I understand how you feel.
Yeah. I understand how lousy that must feel. Honestly, I don't think you do. But I hope we're not gonna sit around crying about it. There's work to be done, here and now. That's true. Well, let's get to it then.
Well, I found something peculiar that you might be interested in.
I found something peculiar on the planet. What exactly was peculiar about it? Everything. It was like a local distortion of reality. And it seemed to be emitting strong radiation. Yes. Could have expected to come across something like that sooner or later, according to reports from previous missions. Unidentified sources of radiation, unexplained electromagnetic field anomalies, distortions of matter, space, or even gravity. What are they? According to a bold theory fleshed out by Professor Frankov, they may be instances of the so-called interval. The what? Interval. In very simple terms, it's a non-coincidental superposition of potential universes. We don't know exactly why it occurs, but observations prove that under certain, not yet specified conditions, two or more parallel landscapes can coexist within a common quantum field, creating a so-called proximity plane.
Yeah, it totally felt like it. You believe such theories, I'd better stay clear of it.
Yeah, it felt like something was materializing from out of nowhere right in front of my eyes. Let's keep our heads cool. It's just a theory. No one's ever proved it right. If, and I stress if, Professor Frankov's intuition is right, then the distortion you have encountered could have been a puncture point. The spot where the proximity plane intersects with our observed universe, subverting its physical balance and distorting the rules of Newtonian mechanics. We need to learn more about these peculiarities. Inform me at once if you come across another one.
Look for more strange... Well, the main thing is, we didn't necessarily solve how to get around it. Alright, so it's 1829, so we need to rest again. Day 12, the sun's still far, far away. So the real question is, I mean, we can at least teleport all the way over there, so that's a good sign. And we should be able to print out an infinite amount of us now. Although we'd probably use a lot more organics. So that's still, technicians and scientists are arguing. We're on a space mission here. Yeah, we'll deal with their drama another day. It's fine. They'll get used to it. Someone will make a joke. They'll figure it out. All right. So we have some strange anomaly where we're supposed to walk. We have this way that we can climb up now that we have a pickaxe. Some more things we can break. That's going too loud, so we can get up here much quicker too. Nice. just for the metal deposit? Is that the only thing that came up here for?
I'm done. Should I do this now?
Sure. Okay, but walk slowly. I think they just mean don't walk into it. Alright, so this is the first time we actually had to use a zoo battery, so maybe they are useful. Did we... Like, this was definitely supposed to be something, right? As long as we survey the whole area, it doesn't really matter how well of pylon placement that you have here. Most of the time, they'll be able to connect back together, so you can do it kind of quickly. Oh, so there's a deposit over here. Have we found one of those symbols before? Okay, so that's a minerals deposit. So far we have... Yeah, I think that's the first time we found a minerals deposit. Looks like that's the only thing around over here.
Must be another one of those cargo drops. Except that doesn't look like the crew's personal luggage.
Damaged ship. A damaged ship found in a cargo drop. Perhaps it could be repaired.
Might be worth checking out. Huh. Looks like some kind of device. Maybe there's a way I could use it.
Nice and slow. Nothing to see here. Woo.
Hey man, we're running out of storage space.
Storage is always an issue. We will always finish your sentences. Two pals keep finishing each other's sentences, but can they ever stop?
Nice. I don't know that movie.
Oh, so we found more Ophidium?
What the hell?
Oh.
What is this? Another anomaly? Huh.
out of this world.
That is kind of the definition of an anomaly. So it's 1554. Man, a zipline would be perfect right about now. Me too. 16. Do we keep pushing ahead? Ooh, wreckage. I got an intervention at the uni. The guy who handed me promised me to talking to the duck would help me prepare for the exams. He wasn't wrong. Since I left the uni, it served me as more of a silly anti-stress trinket.
Jeez.
A lava lamp, a silly thing I asked Mom to buy me when I was a child. I loved it, then grew bored of it and threw it into the attic. But again, many years later, and started to appreciate the calm and almost hypnotizing moves of the goo. What if Mom also appreciated it? A calendar from over a decade ago with a photo of a luxurious car. Whenever I felt like a loser doomed to spend his life in a mining town, I dreamt of having one of them. It is my fantasy. I would hop in my muscle car and drive away from the miserable life into a cheesy sunset, never looking back.
Yes. I was missing that.
Do you have one more charge? Hopefully this is a much faster way to get here. Ha! It worked! So we can go that way now. Well, actually, yeah, because our teleport should be right around the corner. Oh, that'll be fantastic! Then we'll have to figure out the whole storage situation again. And possibly defuse the whole fight inside of things. And bad news about our way around.
Okay, I went beyond the rocks. It doesn't look good. The lava river is fast as hell. I'll be straight with you. There's no way around it. Holy shit. What now?
Oh, and there's an anomaly chasing us. We try to back out, we should find a way across.
I guess we need to get across somehow. Any ideas up your smart-ass sleeve? So now I'm smart, huh? Still, even I might not be enough. But a smarter version of us? Yeah, he could do the trick. The scientist. He could look for a solution in that research lab you built. Okay, let's give it a go.
I found a curious device.
Look what I found. Any idea what it could be? Let's see. It looks like a qubit chip. Qubit chip? Yeah. Like an enhanced storage for quantum computing operations. It could be useful for increasing the efficiency of our QC unit. Not to mention accessing new tech in the research lab.
Should I just plug it in? But it looks kind of broken.
It looks broken. Perceptive. A little love in the workshop should get it up and running. Gotcha. Thanks.
Would you like a lava lamp?
Hey, I found this. I brought it on this mission, but thought that maybe it could mean something to you too. My lava lamp? You kept it? Sure. It's one of a few cool keepsakes from our childhood. Yeah. Mom and I like to sit by it in the evening, talking and joking. It reminds me of that period when life was challenging, but also really fucking great.
Bet you a bedroom.
Hey, I built that dormitory you asked for. Hallelujah. I hope you sleep well tonight. I'll sleep like a full-fledged member of an advanced civilization. Sweet dreams, then.
I didn't realize I had to tell him, so I wonder if he even knew that the bed was there. Alright, so hold on. So the scientist doesn't have any work to do, so let's do cheaper batteries. Oh, crossing the river. That's probably another very important one. So we can do assignments, and then you can come back here. Only scientists can be assigned to the research lab. That's fine, that's why we put him there. So he is all set up now, so let's see what he's doing inside the womb. I made a curious discovery. Oh, would you like a rubber ducky?
Hey, I found this. I brought it on this mission, but thought that maybe it could mean something to you too. Marie? Marie Skwikovska? Where the hell did you find that old thing? Oh, I use it as an anti-stress ball, so it's always lying around. Anti-stress ball? This duck was the first audience for so many papers I wrote. Time for Marie to get back to her proper job.
I made a curious discovery.
I made a curious discovery. Another distortion? I don't know. It was different this time. It didn't look dangerous, no radiation. Actually, it didn't do anything. But it caught your attention. It's like nothing I've seen before. It must have something in common with the other distortions. Question is, are they the cause or the reason of so much rupidium here?
Like to study them more?
I'd like to study them more. So would I. And for that, we'll have to design our own tools. Do you have anything specific in mind? Let me think about it. I need to look through Professor Frankoff's lectures, as well as notes from other expeditions. We have a theory. I just need to find a way to put it into practice.
Yeah, theories are as good. Yeah, we found another anomaly and it was following us around.
I ran into another anomaly. This one was different. It was like this distortion was closing in on me, as if I was pulling it toward me. How extraordinary. Maybe its magnetic field is interacting with your suit. Yeah, well, running away from it was no fun. Keeping clear of it is the only thing you can do for now. Let's keep collecting observations. I feel we're onto something groundbreaking here.
Research the inertial analysis tool. And research a solution for the crossing the lava river, which we have one of those inside, and the next one we'll have to research. Ooh, another call.
Hello?
Jan Dolsky. Finally. I've been impatient to meet you.
Yeah, sure. You that big fish Lucas was mumbling about?
Terrence Maxwell. But yes, I am both his and your superior at mining operations. First of all, my heartfelt condolences. Losing the whole crew must have been hard on you.
Not really, I barely knew them? Yeah, still can't get over it.
Yeah. I still can't get over it.
Their families have been informed. They're grief-stricken, as you can imagine. But the deaths of their loved ones will go down in history as part of a pioneering discovery. Your discovery.
So, do people know I found rupidium?
We're keeping the news within a very limited circle. It's only wise for the time being.
People have the right to know? Good, because I might fail.
Limited circle, huh? Bullshit. The public has a right to know about such things.
I like your passion, Jan. You're an honest man. But you're under enough pressure already. We don't need the media to go berserk or the stock market to overreact. We don't need chaos down here while all our efforts should concentrate on supporting you up there. Your task is difficult enough, and failure is not an option.
That's why you had me create my altars? You'd rather let me lose my mind than lose the rupidium?
It was a long shot, I admit. But we were saving both. Rupidium and you, Jan. Do you think it was a mistake?
I don't believe you care about me. No, I'm happy you did it. I have mixed feelings.
I have mixed feelings. Sure, it's better to be alive, but I feel like a line's been crossed.
You certainly have a chance to experience something extraordinary. Many people would envy you.
Let's just get one thing straight, Maxwell. I know you expect things of me, but I'm no hero.
Ah, heroism. Are you familiar with the works of Albert Camus?
Albert who?
Albert who?
A great writer and philosopher. Camus believed heroism was easy, accessible. For him, it was living a normal man's life that was a true challenge. Being decent, doing the right thing. You are the first person to prove that we can actually excavate rupidium in quantities that can really make a difference. A dream the biggest corporations have been chasing for over a decade now, constantly failing. You say you're not a hero? Well, maybe I don't need you to be one. Maybe you should just carry on being a decent man, Jan Dulski.
That didn't sound bad, thanks. Are you trying to butter me up for something?
Okay, you're buttering me up for something big here. Let's cut to the chase.
Hard-headed. I like that. You've probably noticed how different rupidium looks in reality than on the training materials they showed you.
Why is that?
It changes form constantly. Its chemical structure is so volatile that it is almost impossible to capture two particles in the same state. A fleeting substance. Spectacular. But also very unstable.
Then how come it works?
How come it works then?
Not enough tests were run to explain that. The only sample ever found in space was researched inside a mobile base like your own, but it never made it back to Earth. It lasted long enough to demonstrate its amazing qualities, only to disintegrate somewhere between the Copernicus and the Hyades cluster.
You're afraid it might not withstand the journey.
So you're afraid the rupidium I found might not withstand the journey?
I know it won't. That's why we came up with a special container for it. An Ark.
You mean like a box?
A hermetic module dedicated specifically to storing and transporting rupidium. We have blueprints for it. Lucas should send the necessary data over to you by the time we finish talking. Constructing a rupidium Ark should be your primary focus now.
Get it right away then? Yeah, I don't have time to do it. I mean, technically we already did it.
Sounds like a big task. I should get to it straight away.
It is a big task, Jan, but it's worth every effort. I hope you realize the gravity of the moment.
I thought you said you didn't want to put pressure on me.
You're right. Lucas said you had questions. Is there anything you'd like to ask me?
The landing.
You know what happened to my crew.
Lucas showed me the records. I have a theory, but it's more of a hunch. I don't have any hard proof to support it.
What is it?
Well, I think it might have been the quantum processing unit that killed them.
What? But that's... No, that's crazy.
Do you read detective stories, Jan? The culprit always needs to have two things. A motive and a means. Well, it certainly had a means to do it.
But why?
Like I said, it's just a hunch. I'm afraid I won't have much more time for now, Jan. Do you have any other questions?
The altars.
What will happen to my alters when we get back?
I don't know. Yet. I don't need to tell you this is unprecedented. There are no good practices here. But I know one thing. You can trust me and Lucas completely. But if anyone else contacts you, it's absolutely vital you don't tell them anything about the existence of the alters.
What? Why?
You know very well why, Jan. The law has been violated.
I thought Lucas said the branching was authorized.
You haven't been listening. There are no procedures for this sort of situation. There is no one who can officially authorize such an act. At the end of the day, it was your decision to branch yourself. It will be in your best interest to keep that in mind when considering the consequences.
I don't like the sound of this.
We will come back to it later, I'm sure. Right now, I'll have to leave you shortly. Is there anything else?
The branching.
Branching procedure. There's a story there. Tell me.
It is something that has been tested long ago within Ally Corp. But for completely different reasons and, as you can imagine, in a much more rudimentary fashion.
Altering mind records? For whom?
I'm sorry, Jan. It's highly classified and I already told you too much. I think you deserve answers, but regarding this matter, like I said, things were tested just for a while. Not much came of it. Now, I'd love to keep on chatting, but I really will need to be ending this call soon. Do you have any more questions?
No, I'm good.
No. I'm good.
Rapidium Arc, Jan. That's what you should focus on right now. Your secret is safe with me and Lucas. Once you come back with a remedy for Earth's ailments, nobody will think of punishing you for how you got it. Remember, just do the right thing. Now, I really have to go, but it was a pleasure talking to you, and we will talk more, I promise. Until then.
Alright guys, that's gonna be it for today. If you guys enjoyed, if you would like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.